That final scene of this episode of Assassination Classroom. That line of Koro-sensei, what he said, I don't want to spoil you anime onlys, but my god, that hits heavier now. Thanks to me knowing, future events than when I first, read it. I'm just going to say right now, Chibit's anime-only Assassination Classroom fans, I recommend you to really remember those words. Just remember those words, because that right there, my god, the emotions right now from that is fucking insane. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I will hint at right now, just the emotions. So, enough of that. This episode concludes an arc, I think that lasted maybe 2 to 3 chapters, and this episode focuses on A-Class and E-Class going up against each other, which it's been a while, actually, since we have seen this. It's been a while since we saw A-Class get some of the focus and, E-Class fight A-Class fight E-Class, and I like the way this episode was kind of orchestrated. The way it was structured was a great episode, even though a lot of content, like a couple chapters, like 2 to 3 chapters, got pushed into one episode. It was perfect. I remember everything, and I felt like nothing was skipped, nothing was rushed, and it was a beautifully executed episode because of that. Now, in terms of the content that we got, what was the main focus? There was a lesson learned. Koro-sensei pretty much revealed the lesson on the meaning of what, E-Class was doing, and seeing how he revealed it, like, how you shouldn't take so much from the mountain and stuff. There was just a lot of meaning there, but he pretty much explained it, so I don't think I really need to dive into that segment of the episode, but some really good stuff. That was, like, the main point of, the episode, besides some certain, with the plot progression with A-Class. Even though they won, they technically lost. The reason for this is because of the way E-Class had to wrap up the events. For instance, they sold so much food that they had to close shop. And they had to close early, before the event was even done. And even though they closed early, they were pretty strong in the lead. They were really in the lead. And they probably, if, events would have continued to happen, if they would have probably continued to sell things, sell food and stuff, they probably would have won, which that goes to show you at the end of the episode when it's revealed that A-Class won, but they technically didn't really win because you have it to where E-Class was just right on their tail, but they closed early. So, that being said, we know for a fact that at the end of the day, E-Class won, and A-Class probably knows it, and we see that reaction at the end of the episode, thanks to our certain character that gets really upset. So, looking forward to this upcoming arc. This upcoming arc, I feel like they're probably going to focus maybe 1 or 2 episodes on this upcoming arc, and then I could see them focusing on some certain other arcs before we get to the final arc of the series. But yeah, I mean, episode of Assassination Classroom, animation-wise, on point. Even though it was a relaxing, slow episode, animation was pretty damn good, actually. I mean, it wasn't the best, but I mean, it was a really good episode for what was in the said episode. And the comedy, as always, is pretty funny, especially the Nagisa reverse trap comedy. I mean, or the trap, not reverse trap, but just trap comedy. I've always enjoyed that from the first season when we saw that Nagisa dressed up as a girl and was faking. If it's seen that in this episode, I got a good laugh out of that when Nagisa got a skirt put on. I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't help but laugh the way it was done so quickly. And I mean, you had this emotional moment right before that to where like, oh, I won't make fun of you and, try to tease you anymore about looking like a girl. But all of a sudden that happens and he gets a skirt on. I'm like, bro, just Assassination Classroom. Just. Even the mother scene at the end of the episode, the way she talks to her, Nagisa, that was a sweet moment as well. A great way to end the episode, great way to end the arc. And overall, we get a lot of, I guess, information given to us that a lot of assassins that we thought were dead are actually still alive. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi.